boys and girls. We are now going to start on the comprehension check section for the week 2 packet. This first reading is about a leprechaun. So I'm going to have you go ahead and listen. I will read through it and then we'll read through the questions. Now remember, you can always, if you have some crayons at home, you can go ahead and use them to underline the information for the answers instead of writing it. Or you can use a pencil to write the answers on the line. But we'll go ahead and we'll read it together first, and then we'll go ahead and I'll give you guys some time to find your answers, okay? So, Lucky the leprechaun is very rich. He has collected many pots of gold, but he is never happy. Lucky wants more and more pots of gold. Over the years, Lucky has become very greedy for gold. When Lucky sees a rainbow, he runs to the end of the rainbow to collect his pot of gold. One day, Lucky ran to the end of the rainbow, but another leprechaun named Clover arrived first. Lucky became so angry that he threw a fit. He screamed, cried, and ran off. Wow, that doesn't sound very good. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we'll read the questions, and we'll go over how we can find the answers. So the first question is, what does Lucky want more of? So you'll look back in the reading, and you can either underline the information in red, or you can go ahead and just write your answer on the lines. Like I did last time, I'm just going to underline the information so that to save time and make the videos just a little bit shorter for you guys. The next question is, what does Lucky do when he sees a rainbow? So you can use orange, look over here, and you can underline the information with orange. If you want, you can write it on the lines with a pencil. What did Lucky do when he saw Clover? Take your yellow crayon, find the information, and underline it, and if you want, write it on the lines. Highlight and write 3 verbs from the story. And you can do that with a green crayon, or if you have a highlighter at home, you could do that. Now, they want you to do 3 verbs. Well, we need to know what a verb is first. Do you remember what a verb is? A verb is an action word. A verb is something that you might do, such as jump, or sleep, or walk. So you can find 3 verbs anywhere in this story, and you could underline them in green, or you could highlight them, or you can just write them on the lines here. And the last one, there's no right or wrong answer for this one. It is, what would be a good title for this story? So I want you to think about what the story was about, and what would a good title be? Again, there's no right or wrong answer, but you can just pick whatever you want. So right now I'm going to have you pause the video to do your work, and then we'll come back and we'll go over the answers. Okay, welcome back. We're going to go over our answers now. The first question was, what does Lucky want more of? And we're going to use red. So if we look over in the reading, it says, Lucky wants more and more pots of gold. So I underline that with red. You could write those same words over here if you would like. Next question, what does Lucky do when he sees a rainbow? Well, when Lucky sees a rainbow, here we go. He runs to the end of the rainbow to collect his pot of gold. Okay, so I underlined that in orange. You could write it over here if you would like. What did Lucky do when he saw Clover? In yellow. So here it talks about another leprechaun named Clover arrived first. So what Lucky did is Lucky became so angry that he threw a fit. You could also include, he screamed, cried, and ran off. Okay, I didn't underline that part, but you could include that. Now, part of it was highlight and write 3 verbs from the story. I actually came over here and with green circled a bunch of different verbs. You only needed 3, but here are some choices you had. Collected, that's an action that you can do when you see something. That's an action. Runs and ran, those are both actions. Arrived, when you arrive somewhere, it's an action. Threw a fit, that's an action, and that's an action that my little son did today. Screamed, that's an action. Cried, that's an action. Ran off, that's an action. And there's some other ones there too, but those were some ones that I came up with. Now, what would be a good title for the story? Remember, that is up to you. I might say, call it something like Lucky the Greedy Leprechaun. but you could pick whatever title you think sounds good. So that's it for this one today. That's Comprehension Check 6, and this is the first comprehension check for the Week 2 packet. Awesome job, guys.